Bumper clouds were split. Bumper clouds were
Where'd all the time go? It's starting to fly.
Hello, my name is Parker.
My name's Evan.
Actually, this is the first time. It's my senior year. I have been playing football for the past 3 seasons, but figured since I'm not playing football anymore, I'd show up to every game, show out in this amazing student section. And how long have you been going to games?
All 4 years, baby.
All 4 years.
You wanna go first?
All right. It's my last year. It's my first year. It really makes me wish that I would come out to more games whenever I was younger. And it's a great experience. A lot of people don't go to these. So the fact that it's my last year kind of makes me upset.
Pretty much what he said. Last year, got to show out. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's kind of nerve-wracking in a way because, I'm going to be going to college, going to experience college games, but I don't think nothing will beat Friday Night Lights, or tonight is a Thursday Night Light, but I don't think anything will beat this feeling. To all the underclassmen that are scared to go to the game or just doesn't want to go, I promise you that if you go to one and you go with the group that you like, you'll end up loving it because it's for everybody. If you have school pride, if you have school spirit, then going to football games, doing extra stuff like this is the way to get out there and to know more people.
Come out just like this. You know what I'm saying? Get the fit. Show out. Make some new friends. Yeah.
Homecoming king is Alan Rowe. Your 2022 homecoming queen is Miss Amaris.
It is insane. I've never been higher than I am right now. It's so crazy to be a part of this. Honestly, world froze for a second. Heart dropped, and these people behind me just being absolutely insane for me. It's insane. Plan is to try to get into UGA. Hard college to get into, but what are plans if it's not a little risky? You know what I'm saying? But go to UGA, just do what I love most, and just have fun. Yeah, let's get a shout out for these guys behind me, baby. Come on. Get loud, baby, get loud. Let's go.
Hi, my name's Amaris. I'm very shocked. I was not expecting this, but I worked really hard, and I was praying every day. And hard work really does pay off, so I'm really happy that I did this. To get here, I made wristbands. Giselle, my brother, has some. I campaigned with wristbands. It has my name on it, Vote Amaris. And then Homecoming 2022. And I made funny videos, TikTok videos. It was on my TikTok. I can't say the name, but yeah. And I made posters and I made people take pictures with them and just got the word around. Okay, after high school, I want to go to FAMU, Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University to study nursing. I want to be a certified midwife. I like to shout out my best friend. How many? Okay, I'd like to shout out Malia, Azari, Kaylee, Loveland, Kayla, who else? Deasia, well, she don't go here, but Dazelle, just all my family. Like, thank you guys for voting for me and being so supportive. I love y'all.
Hi, my name is Joseph Moon.
Hi, my name is Eris Wang.
Hi, my name is Bao Jun.
Hey, my name is Nan Santiago.
Hi, my name is Justin Rather.
My name's Nyla DaCosta.
I'm Connor Davis.
I'm Aman Bavsar.
So my favorite memory from high school was, I would say, the first one was the AP Human Geography project where we would create a song, and then also homecoming and prom of senior year.
My favorite memory was from freshman year when my orchestra class went to Disney in Orlando. And I guess I also enjoyed this year when we went to New Orleans, but field trips with orchestra are really fun.
My favorite memory was probably prom.
Some of my favorite memories from high school was maybe me running for homecoming king and prom king. It was a good opportunity to interact with the community and see how their opinion on stuff.
For me, I'd have to say marching band competitions where we have the entire week, like a Saturday, and we just get to have fun and perform, go to competitions and win awards, and we get to appreciate other bands that also play.
Yeah, like we got to meet other schools and their programs and interact with their members.
Yeah, for me, I'd say just in general, marching band was probably one of the best experiences in high school. Freshman year, I came in not knowing really anybody except Aman, a couple of people here and there, and I made friends with seniors, juniors, and I got to make a lot of improvements with my playing skills and just having fun in general. So, pretty good.
I definitely enjoyed class band more than marching band. I liked being in ensemble while sitting down. It's not as hot in the band room as it is outside. And I liked the pieces we played better.
Those 90-degree weather practices were rough.
Oh yeah.
Practice in the rain.
My biggest accomplishment was, I would say, going to Carnegie Hall when I auditioned, and then I would meet other people from around the country, and then I also played a solo concerto for violin in my orchestra.
My biggest accomplishment? Oh yeah, sure. I guess my biggest accomplishment would be just being salutatorian of our graduating class. But also during freshman year, I took a national French exam, and a lot of the French on there wasn't stuff that we learned, but I managed to get a silver medal for it.
My biggest accomplishment was probably getting into Brown University.
One of my biggest ones is probably me winning prom king. So after getting disqualified and then getting a second chance, it really gave me a good comeback story to give. I was genuinely surprised and shocked. I thought I was going against these popular athletes, and I thought I stood no chance, and I couldn't do any advertising this time, so I was like, okay, I'll just let nature take its course. And when I heard my name, I didn't even hear my first name, I just heard Santiago. I was like, oh, okay. And I went up, and I was like, I got crowned. It was just such a Disney princess moment.
I'd say challenging myself, because I came into high school with expectations from my brother, where he was taking AP classes here and there. I had the mindset of, hey, I'm gonna go in, take AP classes, do different clubs, get involved with XYZ. And at first, one of the things for me, especially during COVID with chemistry, Miss Stanek, she asked me, hey, do you want to take AP Physics? And I heard it was pretty hard, so I reconsidered it, and then I took the challenge. But besides that, academically, I'd say one of the biggest things for me was just pushing myself to get better, playing the trombone, the baritone, having fun and learning music.
Mine was probably like, it is a little like late in hindsight, but like learning everything that I could, like about like what classes to take and like which ones to avoid. And then with that, I was able to pass it down to the other like underclassmen I know, like guiding them like which AP class they should avoid. Because for me, like asking my upperclassmen friends, they were so smart that everything was just a breeze. So I took the classes they said was a good idea, and it did not work out. So I have like both perspectives, so I can give everybody else just a full idea of what they're getting into.
Yeah.
I would say for high school freshmen I think one of the most important things is to not procrastinate like on your work, but also just to work on finding your passions early on, and so that it also helps you know who you are as a person.
My biggest advice would be to diversify your extracurriculars. Clubs at school are great, but if you're looking to get into like one of a harder college to get into, I think researching about things like internships and studies, research would make your application stand out more and help you get into those harder colleges.
My recommendation is to plan your entire high school career from the beginning. I know that's hard to do, but you should choose a passion that you're interested in and try to take as many classes or extracurriculars that relate to that path. And in doing that, it is important to take like a lot of classes with rigor and like AP classes and such, but also to know your limits so then you don't mess up your GPA while taking those classes. And not only that, but I think it's important not just to do like clubs and like volunteering, but it's just as important to get work experience because colleges like to see that as well.
Your grades very much do matter in freshman year. A lot of people come in this mindset saying that your grades matter more in like your junior and sophomore year, but your freshman grades set the tone for how you carry out your GPA for the rest of high school. It's because it's really hard to bring up your GPA. It's really easy to bring it down.
I would definitely say get involved as soon as you can, because clubs and sports and different extracurricular activities is where you get to meet a lot of your friends and just being able to connect with people across the entire school.
Yeah, like what you said, that's what's gonna make the high school the most memorable. Like that's what's gonna make you enjoy all 4 years here. Like getting in a club or a sport or both, like you're gonna meet people that you didn't know in middle school. You're gonna meet upperclassmen, just people in different grades, and you're gonna find friends that are gonna last forever.
I'd probably also add that even if you have like a slight interest in something, just go ahead and try it out. Because if you don't like it, it's okay. You at least tried it, but it might be something that you like.
Definitely being okay with not being good at something or failing.
For real.
I see a lot of people, they like break down over like failing a test or not being good at something that other people are good at. And I think it's just important to understand that you're gonna fail things and that you can't really accept success if you don't accept failure.
You are more than just a test grade.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so for me at least, I'd say besides getting involved with like clubs and making new friends, I'd say get involved with teachers. I would say like try to have one good solid teacher where it's like I know them, there's someone I can talk to about any problem, not academics, but just life in general. Someone to help you, because eventually junior or senior year, you're gonna need recommendations and you need somebody to help you with that. And I'd also say you're gonna fail. Like it happens to all of us. Maybe not academically, but just you're gonna fail here and there. So try again, because you might not be the best in the room, but if you keep going, you'll get somewhere eventually.
Yeah, because like every day, it's not going to be it's not going to be like the movies of high school where everything's just amazing, like
Troy Bolton.
Yeah, like you're going to have that class and you're going to hate that class and like, or you're just going to have the day where you make an enemy or something, but like you're going to get through it, like,
The most influential teacher is probably Dr. Collins. When I first moved to the school, she was like the most welcoming, and that was like the best transition to a class when I moved. Since I came in like middle of the semester, I was behind on like a lot of topics and homework and such, but she made it a easier transition. I've also taken I've taken her class last year in Physics 1, and I'm taking her class this year in 2 different classes with Physics 2 and Physics C, and she's been very helpful with like all my work and like very lenient on, especially during like college admissions process. I've been doing a lot of essays and stuff, and it's like been taking a toll, and she's been very lenient on her work by allowing me to work on like college essays that will, you know, determine like which path I'm going to take in life rather than just doing work. Obviously I'll do the work, but that can come later.
So I would also say Dr. Collins because, so last year when I took Physics 1, I was not too open to others, and I think one of the reasons I was able to open up was that class with Dr. Collins, but also she taught me more about how like teachers, they're not just there for like teaching about the class, but also about like how they can affect you as a person. And so she taught me about like empathy, and I really liked how she would ask how our day was every day. So I think that's something that really impacted me.
I share the same sentiment as Dr. Collins being one of the most influential teachers, but I'd like to say that I want to give appreciation to Mr. Sinkovich, my last year language arts teacher. He also really helped me open up out of my shell. Definitely helped me with like public speaking, but also with helping me pursue my creative aspect of myself instead of just focusing on my schoolwork all the time. He kind of mixed that like creative, artsy kind of part of me with schoolwork, and just like made me remember like not to forget that part of myself. And then he also was probably the person that helped me enjoy language arts for a bit. That was like one of the few moments I actually kind of enjoyed language arts, but also he also helped me write really good essays and just be better at language arts, which was one of my weak points throughout high school.
So the most influential teacher, in my opinion, would probably be the A-push teacher, Coach Blackman, for me. The way he acts in class and the way you interact with him outside of class is entirely different, but in a good way. And Coach Blackman is very like tough and like straightforward with you in class, but like he wants the best for you. But and when you interact with him outside the class, you would think he'd be like that stricter mindset outside, but he's actually very caring and compassionate, and like he treats you like family, and which is really like nice to see.
Well, I'll start off. So I'd say, to be honest, I might be speaking for everyone. I might just make assumptions, but I think Mr. Pendergrass would definitely be someone who influenced us a lot. He pushed us to get better, to do better, to just be bigger than who we wanted to be. Besides being individuals, be a collective and be a driving force. I mean, I'd say him for sure, but then besides him, because we've known him for 4 years, I think one of the other teachers that I had to push me was Coach Blackman, just because I really loved his class for AP US History. And some people are like, hey man, I'm not doing good in the class, and, you know, I'm not understanding, but me, I just felt like this was the class for me. I knew what I was doing. He had a lot of good insight, good knowledge, good jokes, and ended up getting a 5 on the exam. So just, if you have a teacher that can push you, use them.
I would say that my most influential teachers have been my language arts teachers, Miss Ryle, Miss Simpson, and Miss McDaniel. They've all helped me tremendously through the years in different ways. Definitely Miss Simpson, because during the COVID year, she sent me a really heartfelt email that really like put me where I am today. Without that email, I don't know if I would be where I am today. And Miss Ryle and Miss McDaniel have always just shown me support in their classes whenever I'm with them.
Yeah, for me, I have 3 teachers. Mr. Pendergrass, of course, because like I had his class for all 4 years, so I got to spend like, you know, every day of my high school with him. And just with that connection, you know, I'm able, if I need any help, like I know he can help me with that. And then as well, I had Mr. Smith for math, and like I had him for calculus, which is a pretty difficult class, but he was able to teach it in a way and like just connect with all the students. Everybody, like, no matter how smart they were when they walked in, we all finished that class very well. And Miss McDaniel, as the dual enrollment language arts teacher, she really helped just with everything writing. Like my essays were awful, and she because it is the way her class starts, it's from nothing to being able to write like essays for the college level. So she starts at the beginning and helps everybody cohesively just be able to write great essays, and that really prepared me for the harder classes after.
I'd say my most influential teachers are Mr. Pendergrass, Miss McDaniel, and definitely Coach Blackman. Those teachers are the types of teachers that do more than what is expected, and they really go out of their way and try to connect with you as an individual rather than just seeing you as a student. And they really want to push you to be successful. And Coach Blackman, I remember I would always give him a pickup line right before class, and it would always make his day, and he always made everybody else's day. So it was just nice to make someone else smile.
To incoming freshmen or like anyone still in high school right now, or honestly anyone, make time for yourself. I think that's a big part of high school. It's or in general, just make time for yourself. Don't always focus on school. There are things outside of it, and you'll still succeed just doing other things as well. You don't always have to be so studious, I guess.
I think going off that, my message would be focus on your own interests, because in our personal experience we missed about a year or two worth of school because of COVID, and I know some of you also might have lost years of school because of that, and those are that's time you're not going to get back. And during that time you weren't in school, maybe you weren't even focusing that hard in online school. But the important part would have been to explore your interests and focus on your passions, because school can only teach you so much because it's catered towards everyone, and you should be learning whatever you want and focusing on whatever you want to learn.
My advice for freshmen and underclassmen would be to rely on others and rely on people who can help you in your toughest times. And I think even if you feel like you can do it alone, there are times that you have to realize people are there to help you, and people are there to give you advice, even in academics and outside of academics.
Go first. Pass down what you know. That's the biggest one. It's your upperclassmen friends, they're gonna tell you something and you might brush it off, or you think about it and you take that for yourself. But soon, you'll be in the position where they are, and you'll just have to take down this information. And that really goes a long way of classes, people, just ways to go about high school. And it's just passing the information just really helps them.
I'd say be attentive with everything that you need to do and everything that needs to be everything that needs to get done, because you don't want to be stressed all the times, but you want to coast, but at the same time you want to be on top of everything and not fall behind.
I'd say you should be attentive in school and outside of school, but at the same time, it is high school. Find time to enjoy yourself, discover new things about yourself. Maybe you don't read that often, and then you go to a reading club, you start reading for the rest of your life. Do something a little different here and there. And then I'd say, just like Connor said, pass on the information that the teachers are hey, this is a good teacher for dual enrollment, this is a not so good teacher for chemistry. Because I feel at least all of us, we got some good information from the seniors and juniors above us who were yo, don't take this class, they're not that good, or this teacher's awesome, you're gonna love them.
Hey guys, how's it going? I know it's sad that we're all leaving, and it's gonna be really hard to leave after our footsteps, especially mine, but one last thing I just wanted to tell you all is that if you really want to do something and you think you can put your mind into it, you should do it because you don't know where it's going to take you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome. Graduating class, I share with you a few words as you begin this new chapter in your lives.
Have your eye on the goal, but then let it all go. For everything changes, as you will come to know. Every plan you make and every seed you sow is impermanent. Nothing is ever yours to own. Once you realize this, oh, you will see the truth that you never were the planter of your own fruits. But accept these gifts, even if you don't know from who, and kindly pay it forward to those behind you. Cause ultimately, what we take will always disappear, but what we give will live on for years. So keep giving of your stuff and yourself until your ego has completely melted. Be wary of the impact you want to make. Instead, make sure you are impacted each day. Have your eye on the sky, but still see the ants. For the small things are the foundation of all that will last.
We move on as time passes by. Let's just hope we move from darkness to light. When we reach the top and we look back, I will be bright, filled with tears of joy, satisfied.
Be careful not to accumulate too many things, because you may just end up with a pot full of greed, and doing likewise can also be deceiving. So I encourage you all to practice just being. Be still, be happy, be loving, be kind, be humble, be magical, be aware, but be blind. Don't judge, see the good in each and every soul. Use your mind when needed, but follow your heart even more. Also, don't forget to thank God every time you fail, cause your journey from failure will be your legacy and tale. Remember to feed birds, hug trees, trees and bow to the sun until you and Mother Nature are one. The last thing is to be grateful for all of your gifts, for gratitude and suffering cannot coexist. When you reach this space, every moment will be bliss, and this graduating class will mark your success.
We move on as time passes by. Let's just hope we move from darkness to light. When we reach the top and we look back, I hope you cry, filled with tears of joy, satisfied.
Happy, free, confused and lonely, miserable and magical at the same time. Our capacity to love is a currency that just never runs out. Satisfied. Consider the likes of Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa. And may each of you tap into that generous ocean and discover every day what it means to give. In giving, may you fully experience what it means to receive. And as Martin Luther King says, everyone can be great because everyone can serve. May you all find greatness in service to life. May you all give, receive, and never, ever stop dancing. Thank you.
We move on as time passes by. Let's just hope we move from darkness to light. When we reach that top and we look back, I hope we cry, filled with tears of joy, satisfied.
So we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. But when we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out 'cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now 'cause you don't have another day. 'Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing